is Natalie Taggart. The amazing part about this little girl getting this is that she's a 6 and under, and at all these meets she only gets to race twice, where everyone else gets to do 3 races. So by making the top 10 with only 2 races at each meet and only 2 instead of 6 at championships like all the other kids, it's pretty amazing that she's up here. She's never lost a race all year long. Pretty incredible. In 9th place with 85 points is Rachel Isaac. In 8th place with 88 points is Sarah Choi. One of our 7-8 relay record breakers right there. In 7th place with 89 points is Tyler Miguel. In 6th place with 108 points is Landon Mark.
Keep walking, Tyler. There you go.
One big kid amongst all the minis here. In 5th place with 119 points is Haley Miguel. In 4th place with 120 points is Jason Feldkamp. In 3rd place with 124.5 points is Ian Keane. In 2nd place with 145 points is Patty Long. And finally, our 1st place high point winner, who never lost a race all year, even as a 13-14 sometimes, is Austin Rasmussen. Did you get a good picture? Okay, good job, guys. Thank you.
Somebody's going to be doing younger than 10. Oh, I'm sorry. Age group of the year next. This age group, again, as I mentioned earlier, the championship, they were consistent finalists. They have 4 or 5 swimmers in the finals about every event, and they were a catalyst in not only during the season, both in individual events and relays, but at championships especially. When we needed a boost, they gave it to the team. And without further ado, the 13 and 14 girls are the age group of the year. 13, 14 girls, come on. What happened is at the club we have every year, tradition, we have everybody's name is going to be on a plaque for the age group of the year, 13, 14 girls. So congratulations on an outstanding season, and keep up the great work. They work really well together, especially in the morning practices, and without too much talking back. Without too much talking back. Okay, congratulations. One other thing I wanted to point out, if I could have Alexis Williams, Elizabeth Coker, and Sammy Kimber, they come back up here.
Sammy's up here. Come here.
Come on up. There was a turning point in the swimming at that championship where the starter, when Elizabeth was in lane 1, really messed up on the start and was left on the block and ended up finishing in 10th place. And the starter was just, so apologetic. And afterwards, I really, kind of created a little bit of a stink about it. And Beth threw out, kind of stepped in, and said it was an accident, it happened, and I just kind of backed off. And then what happened was I kind of headed out to go check up on the relays, and Beth kind of came up with a solution to the false start that wasn't called. And what ended up happening was Family Kimber, Alexis, and Elizabeth ended up swimming the 50 butterfly over. And what happened was, really it was inspiring to everybody. And it was just a great sportsmanship thing that happened that epitomized really what the point is all about. And it was just a situation where I told the starter, I said, well, you're going to have to deal with that. So they came up with the solution, and they ended up doing lifetime best time, and all three of them, and she moved up from 10th to 7th, tied to 7th place. So and we had Matt Briel was the starter for that race. So thank you, Matt. But again, thank you for stepping up and being there for your teammates and creating a win-win situation for everybody. Congratulations. Okay, we're going to start with the most improved 10 and under, and Stephanie will announce that for us.
Our job is kind of hard as coaches at the end of the year to see all these amazing swims and all these amazing swimmers that we've grown to love over the last 17, 18 weeks. And we have to choose 2 or 6, however many awards that we end up giving out. And it's really, really hard job. But the 3 of us talked it over, and we chose 2 most improved 6 and under, a girl and a boy. And I'll start with the 10 under. I'm sorry, my fault. 10 and under. I'll start with the girl first. This swimmer was focused and worked really hard in practice. She always asked what else she could do to improve, and she had a good attitude and an amazing smile on her face every single day. At the beginning of the season, she was struggling to become legal in the breaststroke and the butterfly, but by the end of the season, we were able to put her in the first heat, which is that first scoring heat of butterfly. You can always find her cheering for her teammates at the end of the pool or in the water when they come into the wall, and was extremely happy for them when they did well every time. She took a combined total of 24.43 seconds off of all of her events this year, and our most improved 10 under girl, Ann Coker.